Match week 10 is upon us. 10 whole games coming up for us in the Premier League. Uh, you know what happens after match week 10, boys, right? We can.
Match week 11.
Well, yeah. This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you listen from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from three friends who support different clubs. I'm James. I support Arsenal. That's Brad. He supports Chelsea. That's Sean. He supports Tottenham. What's up, boys? Have you guys had a good week so far?
Ready? It's also not match week 10 because we had a queen death.
Okay. Legally, this is match week 10. Match week 7 was rescheduled. The match week nomenclature is a little weird. Okay, it gets a little dicey. Okay,
I'm confused because I thought the table's supposed to matter next week. Does the table matter next week?
I knew where you were heading with that intro, and the table doesn't matter next week because we haven't played 10 games.
You guys are correct. That is true. That is factually true. But if you ask the Premier League will tell you that this is match week 10.
You got a direct line to the Premier League?
We're boys. Me and the Premier League. We're boys. We go back.
Me and Brad would also like a direct line to Anthony Taylor. We just want to discuss a few things.
Sorry, guys.
Just a couple of things.
There's only one conduit of conversation between official parties, and it's me. They chose me.
Understood.
Yeah.
Cool. It's just pass the message along, though.
Host, co-host kind of situation, right?
Yeah.
Check the Twitter bio.
Check all of our Twitter bios, and you'll notice one is different than the others.
I wonder who that would be. Let's jump right in. So 10 matches coming up this weekend. Kicking off on Saturday. We got 4 matches at 10 a.m. on the East Coast. Got Newcastle hosting Brentford. Bournemouth hosting Leicester City Football Club. El Sackio, maybe. We'll see. City are hosting Southampton. Chelsea are hosting Wolves. And at 12:30, the 12:30 kickoff is Brighton hosting Tottenham on the South Coast. Sunday morning, we got 2 at 9 o'clock on the East Coast. Of course, we got West Ham hosting Fulham, Palace hosting Leeds. Then we've got Arsenal hosting Liverpool and Everton hosting Manchester United. And then cap it off the weekend is on Monday. We've got Nottingham Forest hosting Aston Villa. Those are the 10 games. What stands out to you guys? What are we looking forward to?
You know what? I think the best game on match week 10 is Arsenal Liverpool.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I do. I think it's the most interesting one because, does Klopp figure it out or does Klopp keep spiraling?
I hope he keeps spiraling. That's my goal. That's my hope.
Does Arsenal just put their foot to the throttle and keep going and make City play catch up?
I mean, let's just be honest about Arsenal this year. They are what they are. They have done through the 8 games that we've played. We have not deviated from the way that we want to play football. So there's no reason to expect Arsenal to deviate from the style of play, from the way Mikel wants them to play. But the only thing that I will throw out there is there's this one man. His name, do you guys know what his name is? He plays for Liverpool.
Mohamed Salah.
That's incorrect. Sean, do you want to wager a guess? No, it's Diego Jota. Diego Jota scores goals against Arsenal without fail. If Diego Jota is
hurt though,
if he's on the pitch, if he's hurt, I hope he's hurt. I mean, I don't hope he's hurt, but I hope he's hurt because he scores goals against Arsenal like it's his job, like it was Chelsea's job to force Koscielny into a red card 5 years ago. It is Diego Jota's goal. He just scores goals against Arsenal. That's just what he does. So, no, I mean, honestly, I'm obviously very pleased with the way that Arsenal are playing right now. I think that we are a formidable side. I don't think that anyone should take a match against Arsenal lightly because if you do, you'll get beat. But yes,
we are still early in the season.
Certainly.
But I still will go back to a American football reference of Bill Parcells from the 90s, who once famously said, "You are what your record says you are." You may be a good football team, and lose a lot of games. It doesn't matter if you're a good football team if you lose a lot of football games.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So you are what your record says you are. And over a 38 game season, that will shake out. But right now, the record shows that Arsenal is a good football team, and this shouldn't be a good game at all.
I mean, Liverpool are in 10 points, Arsenal are in 21. If you look at it from that perspective, then yeah, there's a vast gulf between these two teams. But
It's still early in the season, but yes, the way they've looked,
yes,
Arsenal look vastly better than Liverpool.
agreed. Yeah.
And I will also agree with Liverpool Twitter that Liverpool do look better with Darwin Núñez on the field. Whether he's scoring or not, they do look better with him on the field.
Yeah.
So that bodes well for you that he will likely get picked ahead of Jota.
So, I don't know. I mean, again, cautiously optimistic, but if Arsenal want to win the Premier League this year, this is a game that they have to win. It's a home game. You have to win home games, and I think Arsenal should feel confident going into this game, but I think that it should be a cautious optimism. They need to understand that this is Liverpool Football Club. This is one of the best teams in the world with one of the best managers in the world, and you need to approach it with the seriousness that it requires. But no, if Arsenal have aspirations to do anything this year, this is a game that they must win. So I'm looking forward to an Arsenal win. That's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see.
Hey, Brad, you know what I'm hoping for?
What?
I hope they look tired.
Why would they look tired? Why would they look tired?
Because this is their first week. They just had a North London derby into a midweek game, into a Sunday game, into a midweek game. I hope they look tired. Because I mean, them legs are going to start to go towards the end of October.
I guess we'll see.
Oh yeah.
I guess we'll see. Well, the reason I picked that one to say I hope they look tired. I hoped you look tired on North London Derby, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. But that Liverpool, they press, man. Yeah. They're going to press you all the way back to the keeper. They're going to keep you moving all game long.
So is Arsenal.
Okay.
It's gonna.
I said, I hope you look tired.
This is gonna be a very high intensity match.
My prediction would be that we're not predicting this game. My prediction would be that you win, but I hope you look tired. That's what I want to see. I want to look on the field in the 60th minute and see some tired Arsenal legs.
Sure,
but there's 5 subs now, so I don't even think that really necessarily will matter.
Well, it don't matter. When those 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 people look tired. Ridiculous. That's what I want. Ridiculous. That's what I want. I want all of them.
I like how you had to do the math for us in front of us.
Yeah. I counted too many.
You did. You totally did.
Well, there's going to be concussion substitution. We're going to use all 4 subs, and then there's going to be a concussion, and then we'll use
Ramsdale concussion.
Unless there's a 4-4-4 being played.
Okay.
There could be a 4-4-4.
Bro.
Check out our news episode if you want to hear about a 4-4-4.
Ridiculous.
Arsenal with a secret formation coming.
Absolutely ridiculous. Sean, what's happening in this Brighton Tottenham match?
Man, you called it nonchalant. It wasn't nonchalant. It's I don't know.
Okay.
I got no idea.
All right.
Do they have enough police? Do they got enough railways down there? Like, they were canceling games because they didn't have railways a couple weeks ago. Like, who knows? Are we even playing this game?
Yes.
Hey, James.
What's up?
Hey, James.
What's up,
you know what this feels like?
What does this feel like?
This feels like the hope is leaving. Hope is leaving Sean.
Oh, absolutely not.
Sean? No, excuse me. Brad, you've been on this like Antonio Conte can't get it. He's not going to do it. He's going to leave.
No, Antonio Conte is going to Juventus. Yes, I'm on that kick still.
You've been on this kick for 7 weeks now about how, is this the implosion? Is this where it all unravels?
Look at Sean. He's like, He's not like, no, we're going to go beat them. Watch last week.
Because I asked if Brighton's playing a home game?
That is true.
Last week's preview, he didn't care. Oh no, we're destroying Arsenal. We're going to the Emirates and we're gonna win. And now Brighton, he's like, I don't know.
I don't know if they're going to play a home game. I don't know if we have railways and police.
Assuming that there are railway and police, and assuming that the game is played.
It's probably a 2-1 or a 1-2 in this order.
So
A 2-1 Spurs win.
Yeah, you expect Spurs to win. I think
absolutely. It's a game we should win.
I think you're right, generally speaking.
Brighton's been shocking, sir.
And that's
Lallana has them playing. I'm just kidding. I don't know who the new manager is, but Lallana's got them playing.
Trussard plays on the left. Unlike Liverpool, we have a right back who will be suspended for 3 games. Good luck. Good thing we have backups who are also better than Trent Alexander-Arnold.
At defending is what you're arguing.
Yes. Doherty, Spence, Kulusevski, Lucas, and Perisic. We have 5 right wing backs that are better than Trent.
Tell me, did you guys hear what Conte said about Doherty today or yesterday?
No,
he said, "I'm not stupid. I would like to win. Yes. This is why Doherty doesn't see the field."
I'm telling you, the Conte implosion is here, and he was saying, "No, he needs more players. He needs more."
We have 5 wing backs that are better than Trent Alexander-Arnold at defending.
This is
at defending.
Joel, I'm not even this brazen to say this, and I have a TAA agenda right up there with Anthony Taylor. Wow.
And 3 of them would be out of position. Better at defending than Trent.
This is a terrible
take. This is like the worst take I think we might have had on Red Card Radio, and it didn't come from me. Who is shocked?
Tell me that Trent's a better defender than Perisic. Well, maybe Perisic isn't a good one because he's good on the right or the left. Than Lucas in defense. Lucas Moura at right wing back would be a better defender than Trent.
Tamsin's going to eviscerate you.
He said it. Joel, get your man. Joel, he's not on my team. I promise you.
We have 5 wing backs not named Emerson Royal that are better than Trent.
When did this
so I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the left side attack from Brighton.
12 minutes. Sean goes crazy.
The worst take in Red Card Radio history just happened.
That's wild. Okay.
Defending. He's awful.
At defending is what you're arguing. You're arguing that Spurs have 5 players that are better than Trent at defending.
Yes.
Okay.
At right wing back. At right wing back.
We're just we're gonna let that one breathe. It's gonna ferment over
Please do.
It's gonna ferment over the next 2 days while this video is waiting to be uploaded. And Sean's gonna text us and be like, "Yo, that was a mistake."
Why did I say that?
No, I'm gonna be like, let me pretend like I'm texting. Actually, it's 6 because Kane would be better there too.
All right. Moving
Which is true. Actually, it is 6 because if we played Kane at right wing back, he would be better at defending.
So all right. Frank Lampard.
Hoiberg.
Frank Lampard.
That's my question because you highlighted this game, James. You highlighted this game. So why does Everton United interest you? Besides the fact that I think you were the one that said Lampard would be the first manager fired.
Yeah, I did say that.
Okay.
And Sean, I apologize for cutting you off, but I needed to get.
No, it's okay.
We need to get out of that segment before you made any more inflammatory comments.
No, I'm just thinking of more players that would be better on the right wing.
You're gonna have his whole starting 11.
No, Bentancur. Okay.
He would be.
So the reason why I highlighted the Everton United match. Everton.
Brian Gill.
Everton.
No, I'm not saying that one.
Okay.
You got in before Spence, though.
No, I didn't say Spence.
You did.
No, I did. No. Yeah, I did say Spence.
All right. But anyways,
go ahead, James. Please tell me about Frank Lampard, James.
So Everton United. Frank Lampard has Everton playing well. They have the least number of goals conceded this season in the entire league. They are the most. This is shocking to hear. They are the most defensively resolute team in the league. Everton Football Club. They've only conceded 7 goals this year. They've also only scored 7 goals, but that's neither here nor there.
The same goal differential as Chelsea. Imagine.
Yeah. They have a better goal difference than United do. United are -3. So if we were to go off goal difference, then Everton are better. And they're only 2 points behind United. So it's like they're not. I mean, they've played one more game, but that regardless, this is Everton are playing much better now than they were 4 weeks ago. I'm not super high on Frank Lampard. I don't think that he is a very good manager. I also kind of question the players that they have at Everton. I don't think that they're that great. But Manchester,
Except one.
Co-
Except
Con-
one, right?
yeah, I mean Alex
Con-
Iwobi is the truth.
Connor
He is.
Cody has been playing out of his mind since leaving Wolves. Like he got an England call up. Not that he got to play, but he got a call up to England from Everton.
Yeah, that's a discussion for another day. But
Yeah.
I had a big problem with Cody and Tony and another one getting called up, and you don't even
Tomori.
try them.
Yeah.
Tomori, like you don't even play him. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. But Iwobi has been playing out of his mind.
He has actually.
I tried to set you up for that
And
brag about that.
I took the bait.
Yeah.
You know,
Iwobi's metrics are far and above the rest of Everton.
and it's kind of shocking. I mean, it's not necessarily shocking. But just like
I think it is.
how well he's playing for them. But just generally speaking, I think that they're playing. They seem fairly balanced right now, which I think is not something not a phrase we would have used to describe Everton in the past. When I think about Everton 3 or 4 years ago, it reminds me of what Aston Villa are doing right now. Is that they've got these players, like I think about James Rodriguez, players like that, Moise Keane. They brought in players that don't necessarily fit their style, but like they're high profile players, and they're not getting the job done. Kind of contrast that to Philip Coutinho, Buendia at Villa, things like that. Players that like you feel like should have a high ceiling, but just aren't performing. But I don't know. Everton are playing well now. United are still Manchester United. They've got a lot of good individual players, but I'm still not sold on the overall makeup and structure of the players for Manchester United. I think Eric Ten Hag, given some time, will create a difficult team to play against in Manchester United. But I mean, a team that still has McTominay in the midfield, De Gea in between the posts, Luke Shaw anywhere near the field. Like this just, and he's actually Luke Shaw's not really playing that much.
I was gonna say, does he make the bench?
I don't know, but I don't.
This isn't Southgate.
I think that there's something. This game could be tight. Ronaldo probably plays in this match. I mean,
And it's also at Goodison.
Yeah, Goodison's not.
What makes it interesting? Goodison's a hard place to play.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's not Anfield, but like, it's still a hard place to play.
So I don't know. This is why I'm.
I think you've convinced me. It's an interesting match.
I'm not saying that Everton will win. That's not the point I'm trying to make. It's just that I think that Everton are much better now than they were 4 weeks ago, and yeah, like I would have discounted Everton on paper 4 weeks ago, being like they'll get blown away. But I don't know.
Probably a 1-0 game. It probably ends up being a 1-0 game one way or the other. Like it sounds like a shithousery goal of some sort to break the deadlock.
Like part of me wants to say I think it's going to be a really tight affair. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
All right, Sean. I think it's time.
El Sackio.
What is the El Sackio of the week? I think we're on like 7.
Forest Villa. It's Forest Villa. No, we're not. We're on 4, and I've gotten 2 correct.
This man just knows it. He's a roller.
Wow.
This is either El Sackio for those behind the headphones or your car speakers. We are recording this on Tuesday, so this will be either the El Sackio or already been as El Sackio'd.
It might still be El Sackio. Say Forrest has already sacked Cooper. If Forrest then go out and bang Gerrard and Villa,
it'd still be.
It still could be.
But this is the one. This is the one right here.
Brendan Rodgers still terrorizing Leicester.
Wow. And you presented something to me, Brad, before the pod that I wanted to bring up at this exact moment. Talking about Stephen Cooper. You said that you can't just put these teams together. You can't just. My point was that these are not promoted players. These are Premier League players that they have brought in: Serge Aurier, Jesse Lingard, Dean Henderson, Coyote. I mean, it's the list goes about 7 or 8 of proven Premier League players, right? You, and you said, "Oh, you can't just throw those players together and expect them to perform." And I understand that to a point. But you, as the poster child of you can't just throw together players and expect it to work when you've got about 3 trophies in the cabinet of you just throwing $100 million strikers at the wall and hoping they stick. And then if they don't, you just send them back to Italy for 8 mil.
Okay. There's a difference between a striker or 2 strikers or even 3 players new to 21, 22. They have 2 starting 11s they bought. And
Yes.
they didn't and they bought like 5 people on the deadline day.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You're not the poster child for saying
Look, you said
you
there's
can't throw people together and hope it works. Because you've done it.
There's 7 or 8 Premier League players on that team from 7 or 8 different squads. And probably 7 or 8 different nationalities.
It may take a while.
They were playing FIFA. We're like, oh, he's 7 mil. Oh, he's 12 mil. Oh, okay. Like it's such a hodgepodge squad.
I still think Forest do not get relegated.
I agree with you.
I truly agree. They will figure it out and get out of relegation.
I don't think any of them get called up to England except maybe Dean Henderson, but Dean Henderson's not going to play.
No.
And not having the goalie there, you can have the 10
best English goalkeeper.
You can have the other 10 people figure out what your starting 11 is and get going. So they probably need to replace Cooper ASAP and get a manager in there that works for 6 weeks. It's like having another off season during the World Cup.
It really is for teams that
you can get. Yeah, you can get all of your ideas in. Everybody's ready to play, and Forest comes out in January, and I think skyrockets.
Yeah, that's
like Newcastle last year.
That's the thing, but even more so than Newcastle. Say you get Rafa Benitez in or something like that at the World Cup break, and you take the team, maybe take the team to Dubai for a couple weeks or whatever, like get them out.
Well, no, not Dubai. You don't want anywhere near the World Cup, but you can send them to like Spain or somewhere else. One that's not Dubai.
No, apparently Arsenal are talking about going to Dubai.
With who? Their kids?
Well, that's the point. The idea about going to Dubai is you're close to Qatar, so as your players get knocked out, they just come to Dubai quickly and they join back up with the team. That's the thought process in going to the Middle East. Plus, we've been to Dubai for the last 2 years in the winter, so it kind of makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's also Fly Emirates, right?
Precisely. We got some ties.
Yeah. Not caring about. Yeah. We need to chastise that oil money teams.
Not Arsenal. Arsenal are not the team to chastise about oil money.
I'm just saying. You got it. It's all right. Fly Emirates though.
Yo, what is Spurs owner? What is his business?
They're a holdings company.
But yeah, okay.
That's a we don't know a company.
Now I'm gonna Google this because you're out here talking smack.
ENIC. They're ENIC.
Well, you guys can keep talking while I Google this.
I believe they're based out of the Bahamas, so you can do all the research you want, but that has nothing to do with Qatar and oil money.
Or what they actually do,
actually do.
They're in the Bahamas for tax reasons.
They're an investing company that likes land.
We're about to have the Red Card Radio LLC right next to Enoch.
Yeah. ENIC.
All right, but I think it's very unfair of Cooper to be gone.
Why?
When
I don't think it's
when you have their whole team that got them promoted were loanees, and he took them to the playoffs and got them promoted.
That's exactly my point. Is he just did it last year? So figure it out. Get the guys in a room, figure the shit out, and let's start playing some positive football.
I don't think he knows his best starting 11 because he's got 22 players that were all said, "Hey, you're going to start. Hey, you're going to start. Hey, you're
They
going to
told him
start."
that. They wouldn't have told him that.
Let's be honest. I think the bigger issue is they've been up in games. They've been leading in games, and they've been shipping goals.
Can't close them out. Yep, they cannot close
That's
it
their
out.
biggest issue. Is not that they don't have the footballing mentality or the mindset or the strategies down. It's that they've been shipping goals, and they are leaky defensively.
Which is why Dean Henderson will not start for England in the World Cup.
Yeah, well, because if Pickford's healthy, Pickford will always start for whatever reason. But I think that's all we got. We got. We end on Pickford will always start. If you're still listening and you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, if you
wait,
well, of course, Brad's interrupting. What's up, man?
Wait. We forgot the pick of the week for the radio heads to watch.
Snap, you're right.
And I got it.
Okay.
City Southampton.
Hit us,
I
Brad.
got it.
Hit us, Brad.
It's like it's the Rogers watch. Bournemouth, Leicester City. We need your guys' help.
Mark that down in the document because I've already closed it.
There's only so many games the three of us can watch.
That's true.
And we need your help because we're not going to be able to watch Bournemouth, Leicester City. So we need you guys to give us the match report.
Yeah. So we've been all been really interested in that the Tifo podcast on The Athletic. They do a video. They do tactical analysis. Hit us with one of those. That would be really, really helpful. That way we can see all of the positions, all of the strategies, things like that, because that's all really helpful. But yeah, that's all we got for this week. So just a quick recap for the week. If you haven't seen all 3 videos this week, definitely go back and check them out. We had our review that popped out on Wednesday. Thursday was our news episode, had a full breakdown on managers being fired, things like that. Quick rundown of UEFA competitions. And then, of course, today you're watching this. If you're listening to me tell you to watch the other episodes, this has been our preview. So yeah, if you're new here, still listening, haven't decided whether or not this is a great place for you yet, this is what we are. Check out a few more episodes, but if you could hit us with a subscription, follow whatever platform you're on, ring the sub notification bell if you're on YouTube, 5-star review if you're on a podcast. All those things really help us. Drop us a comment on YouTube, or you can always hit us up on Twitter. As always, that's at KS Brad G. Down below, that's at Whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. We collectively are at redcard_radio. Hit us up, man. We'd love to hear from you, and we will talk about your comment next week. And like Sean said in the news episode, if you want to be like Jimmy was last week or Joel has been in the past, start commenting, and we'll get to know you. Join our Discord, and we'll talk some football together. And maybe one day you can be on Red Card Radio telling us why we are all wrong. But until then, have a good one.